Good day, viewers. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I will bring you the very best. The former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, has made it clear that without the help of Niger and the neighboring Islamic countries, that the civil war would have not been won by Nigeria. A lot of people have been coming out to say, wow. So without the help of the Islamic nations and the help of Niger, the civil war would have not been won by Yakubu Gowon and Nigerian. This is coming out. Biafra Evangelist. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from, depending on your time zone. And I'm here to clarify my own objective on what President Olusegun Obasanjo have said. What he said, let me just tell you, it is not Niger, and that is that agenda that still remains of Islamizing Nigeria. And let me tell you, during the Civil War, there are things people don't understand, and this thing happened as a result of what Ojukwu saw. But Ojukwu saw this vision, but he acted ignorantly, because had it been that Ojukwu, Dim Ojukwu, have given an opportunity to the Russians as at that time of the war, because they are still one of the war powers, and if I'm not mistaken, they are the USSR. They still remain as number one as at that time. That Ojukwu allow him to negotiate with him to run the war, the case. Then they will suck the oil and do what? And give us what we want. But Ojukwu ignorantly said no, thinking and believing that he was going to, conquer in the war, because in his mind he was saying it, that it is a Nigerian thing, not knowing that it was not only Nigerian thing, that UK were interested, likewise every other neighboring countries like in Niger, just as Olusegun Obasanjo have just said. You see, the agenda has been from the onset to Islamize Nigeria, including the support of the British, that it has been in their mind to Islamize Nigeria. Do you understand? So, having said this, from this aspect, Ojukwu ignorant now make the US, the USSR, which are Russia, decided to step back and now support the UK and Nigeria to do what? To kill the Biafrans during the war, because it was the Russian man that used the bomb that killed most of the Igbos. When Ojukwu has already conquered Nigeria. Anybody that is saying that Nigeria win is a liar. Let him go and him or her do some findings. Nigeria did not conquer Biafra. Ojukwu conquered even down to Ore. It was the bomb blast which the Russians started using on air against the Igbos that makes Ojukwu to go back with the British, in cooperation of the British. When you talk of the war, Ojukwu conquered. This I'm telling you is the fact. Do you understand me? So, and beside what I have said already, in addition to that, both to Niger, Chad, and every other Islamic support, Obasanjo is aware of everything, and that is why he is busy advising the current Nigeria not to try anything, eventuality to engage anything that will result to war in this Nigerian Biafra issue. Because if this should happen, it will not be a game of usual. And I'm telling you, there is no way, even now, that they should leave us, that Nigeria will defeat Biafra. I don't believe so, and I don't think so. Even till today, we still have upper hand over Nigeria, and they themselves know it. I could remember Gowon even advising during the period of late Muhammadu Buhari, telling Buhari that the Biafran today is not Biafran of the Civil War of that time, that he should play with caution. That was his advice. I didn't forget. It was in Nation newspaper. I saw it, and what is it called? This Yoruba newspaper. That is where I saw it clearly. So my brother Obasanjo have well said it. Is now revealing the people that backed Nigeria in committing that genocide, that suicide against the Biafrans during the Civil War. Obasanjo coming out now to open up shows that the Nigerians is losing a serious weight international, and they are losing a value, and they are losing a world, which the British now is as well losing it, because the Islam has taken over the what? The UK government now is on a hot seat Even as I'm speaking to you, this man now, what is it called, Sultan of Sokoto, as we speak now, is on a hot seat because he has been seen as somebody that, they have placed a watchdog over him regarding to the terrorist act that is going on in Nigeria as we speak now. So him now is under what, a siege. So he's under monitored, and as I'm talking to you, all these things that is coming out, my beloved brother, let us be sincere and let us be what, be careful, because this thing is exposing on how Nigeria and the UK mobilize against a particular ethnic, tribe in Nigeria. And this thing is showing us that that is the reason why they are busy using divide and rule in the name of creating state and creating tribe in the midst of the brothers, families, causing division. That's why today a Calabar man will tell you, say, he no be Igbo. Warri man will come out, he say he will not be, he's not Igbo. Igbanke is not Igbo. What makes you not to be Igbo? Check your origin. They have seen it, because let me dig deep again in this area. During the war or before the war, the Easterners have the large number of the military and the large number of educated people. When you talk of education, Igbos are the number one. Are you hearing me? So until today, we still maintain that integrity and that dignity. So that thing now makes us, during the war, our fathers, Ojukwu and co, now have that edge, and they use their brain, because military wise we are there, equipment we are there, and in terms of education we are there. So in terms of population we are there. We have the large number to face the war and to conquer the war. You see what plays, and that is the confidence of Ojukwu that makes him not to. And another thing is fear. What fears Ojukwu was that he doesn't know how long and what will be after the war, how the Russians who came to partner with him, to support him, what will be their reaction, because he was afraid, so that not after this now they will now come up with another agenda. So he believed that, let me fight this war, end it, and let everybody have their own way. With the belief that Gowon, Awolowo rather, the one that he rescued from the prison of from Calabar, as we come as agreed to stand for what Oduduwa. That was his belief. Not knowing that Awolowo is coming to do what, to betray him. And after betraying him, because of opportunity that was given to him as a financial minister, he now used it with the ideology, the support and the backup of the British. They now meet these people, the French side, which are Cameroon. And as at that time during the war, it was only France that managed to help the Igbos. And when they saw that Russia, the war powers, are the one involved in this war, they withdrew themselves. So they now use that Cameroon. That's where you have Bakassi Peninsula. The people you are seeing today, they are answering Ambazonia. You understand? That's the Ambazonia today, was that Bakassi Peninsula. They were Nigeria, they were Igbos, they were Biafrans. So they now use the Axis as a collateral to Cameroon, if they can block the Biafrans from using them as a channel at which they gain their food. So they use it and they'll give them that place. That was how Cameroon occupied that place and stop Biafra from doing what? Using their Axis to cross food. Do you get all these things? These are the messages and the information which you cannot get it raw anywhere. Mostly in Nigerian media, you can't get it. They are hiding it. And this names I'm saying, or I have seen, please do your findings to know if we are actually sending the message of truth here or not. That was what happened, and which that same Ambazonia today are the one fighting Cameroon, that they need their own freedom. And that was their strategy to do what? To divide brothers, to break us, so that that large number, which we believe there is an adage that says Igwe BK. So that Igwe, the group the multitude that gave us morale to engage Nigeria with the war. So they break it so that we remain small, so that we will not be able to rise with that large number. But I'm telling you that after now, that Donald Trump Netanyahu is coming to declare Biafra, and all of them that surrounded Simon Ekpa, how many of them today is standing? Some of them even collected money through Kitamba, you understand, and put into Biafra account, which they used to send Simon Ekpa. And this woman was not the one who, and they still have financial secretary, you understand, without the signature of Simon Ekpa. But you see the game now, and today see what is happening. This woman stood her ground, say, I will not play along with you people. I can never collect bribe to betray my conscience and my people. And God will bless her. You see, it shows that she have integrity. She have credibility in the eyes of the Congress. And not just only Congress, America as a whole. Not just America as a whole, the whole world. And these are the things that Ojukwu, are you hearing me? When Ojukwu was fighting the Biafran war, the people Ojukwu trusted are the ones that betrayed him. If I tell you today that Awolowo was saved from prison by the power, grace, and the strength of Ojukwu, it was Ojukwu that freed him from Calabar prison, where Gowon throw him. You understand me? And Ojukwu saved him. When Yorubas are here in Lagos begging and pleading for Gowon to release Awolowo, it was Ojukwu, without the concept of Gowon, without the power of Gowon. He went on his own, because as at that time he was the governor of the eastern region. You get it now? But today the Yorubas are against the Igbos. And the same man, for you to see that these people are ingrate, the same people, man came and told Gowon, because when Ojukwu released him and he returned back to his people, Gowon now saw that he's now back, and already his people have been pleading. They decided to make him the financial minister. And as a result of that position, that post that Gowon now gave him, he now decided to betray Ojukwu by supporting Gowon against Ojukwu in Biafra war. They are ingrate. But I thank God that God did not give us an ingrate man like Mazen Nambekano, like ingrate people like Simon Ekpa. Ingrate, he gives us people that are grateful. And look at this woman today. If not for her credential cleanness in America, she will not be stepping in the Congress House. Not to talk more of sitting with the men that matters when you talk about Congress, the senators in the House of America.
Well said, Biafran evangelist. A lot has been coming out lately from the north concerning Ngozi Orabueze. She got a very serious warning from the Sultan of Sokoto himself that she should desist from anything politics or get life imprisonment. A lot of reactions have been coming out. Why acting as if you're the president of Nigeria when you are just a spiritual leader? What would you have to say concerning this statement that he has made to Ngozi Orabueze? Do you think it will weaken her and make her fear to give up on Biafra movement?
My beloved brother, Sultan of Sokoto is just ranting around the bush. Sultan of Sokoto does not understand Biafra, and he did not understand the person we are talking about, in person of Ngozi Orabueze. And another thing he has failed to understand is that America is not a country. I'm talking about current America. I'm not talking of the previous America. I'm talking about the current America now. Is a country that you cannot bribe. It was the state of the current America and the disciplinarity that have taken over their government that makes you and I to know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nigeria has been bribing these people with $9 million monthly, which has never been disclosed to us ever since. It was as a result of the disciplinary of the government that have taken over America that makes you and I to know that Nigeria has been lobbying, giving them money, bribing them to die down Biafra case. But a person that God, I call him God sent, Donald Trump. For your information, Donald Trump doesn't collect money from America. He's not collecting salary as a president. He's just serving, only a name. So what do you have to bribe him? So he's not ready for that, and that is what Sultan of Sokoto is saying is just a political mere talk in Nigeria, because America is not Nigeria, and where Ngozi Orebeze is today is not America. It's in America, not Kenya, nor Ghana, nor Eritrea that you can bribe. The same way you bribe Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And anything bribe in America is an offense. You understand? It's against their law. So anything bribe is against their law. And once you go through that, definitely you will stand in the chance to face the law. So Sultan of Sokoto, in fact, let me use this, he's a foolish man. So you hear me? He's a fool because he knows nothing about what he's saying. We are Biafrans, we are not Fulanis.
But this person you're talking about is a Fulanis, and they intend to be the most powerful people in Nigeria.
That's because, not in Nigeria, because we are Biafran. If he's making himself, or maybe they made him the most powerful, that is in the Nigeria, not in Biafra. We are talking about Biafra. We are not talking about Nigeria. He can be most powerful person over the Yorubas that have accepted Sharia. Are you hearing me? The Yorubas that have accepted Sharia, it can be powerful there. It can be powerful to the Hausa that accepted Sharia, who caused the problem, because it was the Hausa that welcomed them, their grandfather, Usman Danfodio. They can be powerful in the midst of their people, foolish people. That is why they are called Fulani. You understand? It can be so powerful, but not powerful in Biafra. Where was he when Ojukwu was alive? No, where was he during the war? Yeah, where was Sultan of Sokoto? Who be Sultan of Sokoto? Do you think Gowon God said no fit talk when Ojukwu is speaking? Are you hearing me? Gowon na baby. I think both of them went out before the British. Ojukwu conquered Gowon diplomatic in every. Gowon no go school now. Ojukwu finish Aburi Accord in Ghana here. Ojukwu conquered Gowon to the point that Gowon did not have a word again. You understand? So why are you? Who is Sultan of Sokoto? Sultan, is it a name? No, is it a name? Mention the real name of them. What is the Sultan of Sokoto? Is not a name.
Is the spiritual leader of the Fulanis.
But it's not even a name. So mentioning Sultan of Sokoto is like you are just mentioning something that I don't know. So I don't know him, and I don't even bloody care to know him. Are you hearing me? Okay? I don't even bloody care to know him, because Sultan of Sokoto is not a name.
Thank you very much, my viewers. You've heard it all.
And God bless.